Obviously, it was very traumatic, but, I was very fortunate to have come out of there fine and well, and I'm grateful for that.
It's great to see you. You look fabulous as always. And I know that you are partnering with Amazon Glow. And this is all about staying connected to the family. So tell me about how this works and why this was so important for you.
Well, listen, I'm a very family-oriented person. I grew up like that. I've got a very large family, and most of them are out of state, unfortunately. And my kids, they're very close to their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles. And so one of my New Year's resolutions was really to stay connected to extended family, even while we're living through this pandemic. And then I recently purchased Amazon Glow, and it's really helped me stay true to this New Year's resolution. I heard about it and I was so excited when I had read about how easy it is to interact with family that don't live near you. And I thought it's perfect for us. And then my kids, when we first put the device together, it's an interactive projector and video calling device. And my kids, as they've grown up in this technological era, found it so easy. Found it so easy to navigate, to just figure it out. I mean, they were teaching me the games, the puzzles. We were drawing together. They call my dad all the time. They're showing my dad. My dad now he's so excited. I mean, he has his tablet. It's so easy. You just download this free app, Amazon Glow, the Glow app, which is free, and you can just play puzzles. The kids are they're in the house, my dad's in his house, and it feels like they're all in the same room together. And the kids are just so ecstatic about it.
That's so great. And it's such a great thing. Like you said, we're kind of still in this pandemic, and it's a way for everybody to kind of stay connected in a different way too, having game nights and things like that. I think that's so much fun.
Yes. And, there's books and there's, drawing, and there's a lot of laughter and a lot of excitement. And it's really great because we can all have this interactive experience together. And, we already have video calling, but it adds like this new dynamic. It makes it a little bit more magical. And I love seeing the kids, excited and navigating through all the puzzles and the games and, drawing or reading. It just makes everything a little bit more fun and exciting. And I love that we're able to stay connected with extended family, that are not in state. It's really been a pleasure.
That's great. I'm sure your family really enjoys this extra time that they are able to spend with the kids.
They are.
And I'm sure you've been enjoying this extra time spending with the kids too, because I know that you took a break from social media. I mean, how has that been for you? Was it nice to kind of take a little bit of a social media cleanse?
Yes, it was. It really felt necessary. And it started really where, there's just a few days that I wasn't posting, and then it just felt healthy and natural. And I thought, I think I need a little break. And it's been really wonderful. It's been great to be able to focus on family, and have these fun moments with the kids, and not be surfing and not be thinking about posting or captions. So I know I'll be back to it, but I've enjoyed this time taking a little break.
Yeah, definitely. And I know that your kids, they're 5 and 7 now, which is crazy. I mean, are they kind of like understanding exactly what you do?
Yeah, they do. They do. I mean, they don't know any better. They grew up with it. And people are coming up to me all the time, when we're out of the house. So they know Mommy has fans, and they know I'm on Housewives, and, they talk about it, and, they're excited, and I almost think that they don't know anything different. So, it's such a part of their lives that they just embrace it.
Definitely. You said at the end of last season that you want to be a good mom to them. How have you evolved as a mom as they've gotten older?
It's always been the most important thing to me, and I balance work, a career, filming, and being a mom. But I always put my kids first, and I'm enjoying just every moment that I get with them. They're just a true joy. They're a joy to be, and it's a wonderful pleasure and joy to see them grow, and to see the various stages. They're so smart and funny and so entertaining. So, I mean, I would say that every single year. I mean, I think that, true success for me is just being a wonderful mother to my kids. It's the most important thing.
Definitely. And it's so true what they say. It just flies by. It goes by so fast. It really does.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And I know obviously you and your family went through some tough times last year. And I was so sorry to hear about what happened in your home and what happened to you and your kids. I mean, how are you doing since then?
I'm doing okay. I'm taking one day at a time, focusing on healing and doing the work that I need to do. Obviously, it was very traumatic, but, I was very fortunate to have come out of there fine and well, and I'm grateful for that. And the rest is putting one foot in front of the other and taking every day as it comes and, respecting myself and my feelings and, whatever changes that, the changes within yourself that happens after a traumatic experience.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of changes have you noticed in yourself? And, how are you kind of dealing with, like you said, you're kind of taking this day by day, and how do you kind of deal with this every single day?
I think therapy has been wonderful. I think that there's no rule book, obviously, or if there is, I think that everybody has to do things according to how they feel and, what makes sense for them. And for me, it was about addressing, some of the trauma. And, I did, and therapy is wonderful. So that's really helped me move day by day.
Good. I mean, have you had to explain to the kids anything or no? Do you still, yeah.
No.
That's good.
No.
Yeah. Thank God for that, right?
Thank God for that.
I'm so happy that you and everybody are doing well. I mean, were you hesitant to film again at your house after all of this?
No. The answer is no, and I'll tell you why. Principally because, obviously I had signed up and made the commitment. And had there been any other outcome, even where my children had woken up and seen, God forbid, it would have probably been different and I wouldn't have gone back into filming. But, it was a normal day for them the next day. They didn't know anything. So I decided, this is what I need to do, and it's going to help me. Rather than, just stay home and wallow in this, I want to keep life as normal as possible. And I wanted to, continue my commitment, to the show, to what I did. And I showed everything, what I was going through. And I think you'll see this season, the various stages. And, it's going to be interesting even for me, once the show airs, to look back and to be reminded of that. And I think it will be therapeutic and cathartic in some way.
Yeah. I mean, did something like this bring you even closer together with PK? And I'm sure probably the girls as well, because I'm sure they were probably in your corner throughout all of this.
I've had tremendous support, first and foremost from my beloved husband, who is my rock. He's incredible. And I do believe that, when you face these challenges, it really does, strengthen your marriage. And he's such a strong support system, so I'm very grateful for that. And by extension, the girls, they've all been wonderful, very supportive. They were by my side at the very, very beginning. And I couldn't be more grateful for that. The outpouring of love and support has truly been incredible.
Yeah. And you look incredible as well. I mean, let's talk about that dress that you wore at People's Choice Awards. Oh my God, Dorit, what are your secrets? Tell me everything.
Oh, Christina. Well, first of all, thank you. Yeah. I believe in a balanced lifestyle. I really do. I don't think, I'm somebody that likes to eat healthy, but I also don't deny myself anything. And I think you can have it. You can have those things that you crave, that you want, that are not great for you, if you have them in, small portions, and you balance it. I think staying active is super important, and for me, someone who doesn't love to go to the gym, I have to find little exercises. Plus, I'm so busy, and when I'm not working, I just want to be with the kids. So, I'd be on the floor, doing scissor kicks, or any kind of quick little exercise just to kind of get it in. But I think that, that's for the most part, how I live.
Oh, I'll have whatever you're having because it's amazing. And I know that Erika was with you and the girls at the People's Choice Awards. How is she doing? What's it been like getting back to filming with her as well? And is she in a better place than she was at the end of last season?
I think she is in a better place, and I would definitely ask her because she'll be able to give a better answer. But she went through a lot, and I think she's coming out of the other side, and she's feeling better and feeling stronger. And I think it's still, a battle, and it's not over. But I think that she is doing better and better.
Yeah. Is she still as open as she was last season, or, maybe was she a little hesitant about being as open as she was?
She's very open. She's very open, and she's, I feel like the most open and free I've ever seen her.
That's good. And, 2 new cast members have been added for next season. I know you can't reveal much. I know you can't give me any spoilers, but can you tell me what your first impressions were of them and how are they kind of fitting into the group and what's the dynamic been like?
So yes, I can't give you too much. I mean, the entire cast comes back, and then we do have a couple of new faces, and I guess I can talk about them because they've been announced already. Diana Jenkins, she's fabulous. I'm very excited for the world to get to know her. She's a no-nonsense type of girl. I think she brings a really fresh perspective, and I think she's a great addition to the group. Cherie, as well, I love her. She's wonderful, and she always looks at, the bright side of things. It's a very exciting season, and I think you'll really enjoy the additions to the cast.
Definitely. How are you and Kyle doing?
Kyle and I are great. It was her birthday yesterday,
right?
Which was my return to social media. A little return, a mini return, because I wasn't going to go without wishing her a happy birthday. Obviously, I spoke to her on the phone as well. But Kyle and I are as thick as thieves. We live very close to one another. Our husbands are very close. She's one of my dearest friends. I love her. She's been incredibly supportive. We have our silly little sisterly arguments, and it really is like little, arguments that you'd have with your sibling. But she's wonderful. We have a great relationship.
Good. Was there anything that you felt uneasy about, coming off of last season that you didn't feel like was resolved at the reunion, that you were still maybe I should have handled this differently?
I mean, listen, there's always room to grow, isn't there? And that's the beauty about, the season and watching it back. And I think the wonderful thing about the reunion is that you can really put things to bed, and move on. And I didn't feel like I left the reunion, with things that were unresolved. And it's always a new day and a new season and, new drama.
Definitely. And how are things going with the bridal collection?
The bridal collection's wonderful. It was a huge success. And we are going to drop another small capsule collection. So I'm really looking forward to that. And my husband and I are opening a real estate agency in London. It's my husband's return to the real estate world, where he had the bulk of his success, before he even met me. My device over here, as you can see, Christina, look how pretty she is.
It's so pretty. It really is.
It is so amazing. It really is. I mean, this thing, it blows my mind. I'm not a very technological person, so things like this, I'm really intrigued with, especially when my 5 and 7-year-old are teaching me and we're learning new things every day.